Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about to start our closing ceremony, so if you haven't got a seat, please get one as soon as you possibly can. All right? Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to introduce you to one of our co-conveners, Jason Nicholson.
Thanks, Howard. Hey guys. Okay, this is always the toughest part, I reckon, is the saying goodbye and the ending of the National Convention. And before I start, I just want to let everybody know how it all worked. And I think I told the story the other night. But back in 2020, Adelaide decided that they weren't going to do a National Convention to 2023, and we thought that was far too long for us square dancers as a family. So our good friends Howard and Brenda suggested that Jason and Leanne run another national convention. We haven't spoken to them since. Thank you. This now means Leanne and I, we were young, and we decided to run our first national convention in 2006. We said we'd never do it again. We did it in 2013. We said we'd definitely never do it again. And now here we are in 2022. And as everybody does know, the times have changed. And since we started, there's been a lot happen to all square dancers around the country and I guess around the world. And we are very grateful that you guys were able to come and join us this weekend, and hope everything remains well. We thank everybody and we appreciate everybody for coming along. But I'm going to get into the thank yous, and then I'm sure I'll try and hold it together. First of all, we as a committee would like to thank the Goulburn Mulwaree Council, and they've given us some financial assistance for the convention. They've provided this great venue, and they've certainly helped us out with the registration bags that you all got. So let's give Goulburn Mulwaree and we hope you like the town of Goulburn. It's a beautiful place, and we hope you've enjoyed it. We want to thank the venue staff, that's Anne and the team, and Scott and his team who have helped us with the venue, which is fantastic. They gave us the key on Friday, and said we'll see you on Tuesday. And they haven't been here since. Fantastic, we love that. So let's give them a clap if you can. We want to thank the cafe staff, Mark here and the team who have been open the whole time except for Thursday night. There was a bit of a mix-up, but they've been here ever since, cooking and making coffee for everybody, and we hope you appreciate it. They've been here for that. That's been great for us. Of course, we want to thank the first aid team over here. We've got Michelle and Joe. Stand up, ladies. Give them a bow. Michelle, Joe, Heidi, Peter and Anna have been here the whole weekend, and we do really appreciate you being here, and hopefully we've kept you entertained enough that you've enjoyed yourself as much as we have having you here. And thank goodness there's been no real falls. There's been a lot of band-aids used, but no real falls, so we appreciate that. I'll be going every clap, so thank you. We've almost convinced us to start square dancing. If only there was a club here, it would be great. We want to thank, of course, Thursday and Wednesday we had lots of helpers come along and help us set up, and everybody was coming asking us for jobs, and we want to thank all the helpers, anybody who's volunteered to do something, and certainly all the marshals that have held it together over the weekend. So thanks to all the marshals, the volunteers, the helpers. We want to thank Lorena for singing the national anthem. She did an amazing job. Up the top there, for the sound people, well, Brian, unfortunately we want to thank him, but not while he's wearing that outfit. Number one son-in-law, that's right, Brian. And of course, Carla, who's been hidden behind the sound booth the whole weekend. She's done a great job, Carla. Yes. It's always nice to have her here, and Carla does work hard. I mean, she could still do a little bit more for us, but yeah, she does a great job. We want to thank all the callers and viewers, and particularly before you clap for the callers and viewers, this weekend, of course, with all the circumstances we've had with COVID-19, they've worked extra hard because we've had a few pull out. They've been they should be paid double what they normally get paid. So we really appreciate all the callers and viewers, all the They'd love that. Now, of course, we want to thank all the dancers. We want to thank each and every one of you for coming along and supporting the 62nd National. This is part of making sure that we keep Nationals going. So, to each and every single dancer that's here, no matter how much dancing you did, I know some of you, I don't know how you do it, never sit down. Never sit down. And there's the other of us where we struggle to get up for 3 brackets a night because we're like almost 50. So thanks to all the dancers for coming along. And a big thanks to all the first timers. So all those people who come for the first time, we appreciate you coming as well. As well as all the oldies. Yeah. Alright, now the committee. Like I said, we've only got a very small committee. Our committee started because of Howard and Brenda. And we made sure we tried to make it a little bit of a national committee. We've got 2 people from Queensland, 4 from New South Wales, and 2 people from Victoria because we wanted to spread the love. First of all, I'm going to call out our venue manager, who's Noel Brown. Come on out, Noel. Noel, not only is Noel the venue manager, but Noel does everything, except he doesn't cook very much. But he'll do any job we ask him to. He's out there all the time making sure everything's going well. And I'm sure half of you will dance with Noel, but we appreciate Noel and everything that he does. Yeah. We're going to bring out Donna Brown. And Donna Brown is married to Noel. And Donna Brown is our secretary. And Donna has done unfortunately, Donna's got a knee injury. We're going to shoot her, but instead we kept her along as a secretary, so Don does a great job, and she sat at the booth all weekend, making sure that if anybody comes out and they've got any questions, she's looked after them, so we appreciate them. The good buddies there. Yeah. I'm going to invite our Georgia Nicholson, our youngest committee member, who is in charge of, well, she's co-facilities. And this is Georgia's first time on our committee, and unfortunately she just has to do what her parents tell her to do. She's looked after the first aid ladies. She's been looking after them. The next co-facilities, is my mother-in-law, Lorraine Harvey. Come on out, Mum. Who has been on every one of our national committees. Lorraine has run around looking after the venue. She did the dress sets. She's got the rosemary. Oh, I took that away. She's organised stuff for tomorrow night. They've all been looking after everything that has to be done, and they've done a fantastic job, and we do appreciate it. Thank you. She too keeps saying it's never again. It's only 3 times. Next we'll bring out Howard Coburn. If you don't know who Howard is, this is Howard Coburn. Howard's our program manager. And of course, he's made sure that the callers have been through it, that we've been running on time, that he's filled any gaps that we needed to fill, and he's done an amazing job. And for those of you who don't know Howard, he's very, he looks after everything statistic. He's got every statistic that you could ever possibly want to know about any national convention. Is that right, Howard? Maybe. He's got a spreadsheet with it. So we really appreciate all the work that Howard has done. Alright, let's bring up Brenda Coburn, the beautiful Brenda Coburn, who is the registration and treasurer. Yes, amazing job Brenda does. She's the one that gets all the money, sorts it all out, makes sure we don't spend too much and keeps us in track. But everyone has done more than their roles. Come on, Brenda. She's got to do this. Come on, Brenda. Alright, and last but not least is the ever beautiful, my co-convener, my beautiful wife, Leanne Nicholson. So, Leanne does everything. She's involved in everything. She's got a finger in every pie. She keeps everybody in line. She looks after us all, and then she screams at me at the end. No, she does a wonderful job, and we work well together. I like to think we've got a good team. So this is the committee of the 62nd Australian National Square Dance Convention, 8 of us, and hopefully you've enjoyed your adventure in Goulburn 2022. This is Jason, Leanne, and the 22 crew signing off. And now, I'm going to hand you over to Nick McLaughlin.
Thanks, Jason. Don't go away. Would you like to, do you want to stand up here or do you want to go and stand with your committee down there? All right. It's a sad time, isn't it? But it's the sort of time, normally in a convention we all get a bit emotional, but this one's been something special because with 2 years having missed conventions, it's and this one being so uncertain, even up until start date. Hey, you guys really weren't certain how things were going to turn out or whether they were or not. So, yeah. All I can say is from everybody, a big thank you to you guys and congratulations because you really pulled it off. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! And a big one. Hip hip! Hooray! Well done, guys. Pat yourselves on the back. We know it's not over for you because even though we're closing the convention, the trail out dance is still on tomorrow, and that was part of your responsibility and part of your organisation too. So the official part of the convention, I guess, is over tonight, but that's not where it ends. We'll be looking forward to your report next year. All right. So we'll just leave them there for a minute, and now is the time that we hand over the convention to next year's convention. But we've got a little bit of a problem because we didn't have the last convention. The 61st convention didn't happen. And a lot of people say, why wasn't this the 61st? Well, the 61st was already organised, and only a couple of weeks before it was due to be open, it was cancelled. So that convention was deemed to have been organised and held. So I think we owe that convention our thanks as well. So what happened was, in Deloraine in 2019, the convention banner was handed over to the 61st committee. And the 61st committee were to keep it and hand it over to the 62nd. But it didn't get handed over to the 62nd, and so we'd like the conveners for the 61st to bring out the banner to give it back to the convention board. So, how about a big thank you to the conveners and the committee for the 61st? They didn't get a chance to stand up and receive our thanks, and we think they deserve it. So if your committee are here, those of your committee who are here, we'd like you to join us out there as well. So I'll take that from you now that the 61st is officially in the past, and would you like to bring your committee out in front there just to join the celebration, please? This is the convention banner with the history of all of our national conventions from our first in 1960. We went through how many people have been to how many conventions, and you've heard me talk enough. I'm going to ask the representatives from the 63rd National Convention to come to the stage and receive the banner. I'll hand it over to them, and it's going to be their responsibility. From this time on, for an organisation, unfortunately, the convener for the 63rd is unable to be here. So we're handing it over to their representatives. And who's going to take the bat? Take it between you, right? And I'm sure one of you is going to want to have a few words. I'll give you a microphone, please.
Thank you, Nev. My name is Les Tulloch, and this is Carl Mullen and Karen McCarthy, and we're representing the committee of the 63rd Australian National Square Dance Convention. It will be held next year on the 20th to 24th of April. Most of you will probably be familiar with the venue. It's the same as we had in 2015, the Gardens Recreation Centre in Parafield Gardens, which is north of Adelaide. So we encourage you to find accommodation north of the city. Okay, the theme is 50s rock and roll style. So we would love to see you in Adelaide, to rock on in Adelaide in 2023. So we do also have a draw, which we're going to draw now, which means that some lucky person will get their ticket refunded. Now the current numbers in the draw is 127. Includes anybody who registered by try-booking before this event as well. We actually have in total 131 now. We've had 4 more by try-booking tonight. So we're going to draw this out. I'll hang on to the banner. Here we go. Some lucky person is going to get their ticket refunded. Okay, that lucky person is Rick Mason from Knee Deep Square.
He's not here. He's not here.
We will be able to pick up his details from the registration, and we will be letting him know. I'm sure Rick, he will be very pleased to find out.
I'm Rick Mason.
Yeah, nice try, Jason. So as I said, we would love to see you at Rock On in Adelaide 2023.
Thank you, Les. We're all looking forward to going to Adelaide next year, and I'm sure the future's going to be a lot more certain by then, and that's what we said in 2020, isn't it? When the 61st was cancelled just a few weeks before, it was an agonising decision to cancel that convention. Everybody was saying this is not going to go on for very long. Surely if we just wait just a little bit longer, things will settle down and we'll be able to hold the convention. In retrospect, we made completely the right decision. It was completely justified. If we'd have gone ahead, we would have been in lots of trouble. So we did the right thing. We had a year off, and things are stabilising, and we're looking forward to a great one next year. Before we go on, or before we finish this now, we'd just like to give a big thank you to the committee first of all for the 61st. You missed out on your thank yous at the convention that you never had. So on behalf of all of the Square Dancers, please accept this gift. And we have, and it is an identical gift for the committee of the 62nd National. So please accept this as a token of appreciation from us all. So, would either of you, David, Ros, would you like to say a few words just quickly? No? Going to cry again. David, just a few quick ones, thank you.
Oh, it's very hard to do this. What do you say? Thank you, everybody. We had a great time putting it together. Hated to cancel it. Sorry about the tears. But yeah, I'm sure down the track we'll do something again. But it was really great. The committee were fantastic. They did a great job in what they did. To cancel it 4 weeks out was devastating. Absolutely devastating. But as Ned did say, the decision was actually taken out of our hands. We had government decisions that we had to abide by. It was a 4-year plan, so as a lot of people know, 4 years usually it takes to put a national together. And it worked well. Everything went the way it was supposed to go. But I have to say, with Jason and Leanne, what they did in the short space of time was absolutely incredible. I know how long it took to put what we put together. To do it in a year like you did was amazing, absolutely incredible. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, David. Final words from the conveners, everyone.
I just said to Leanne, do you want to talk? She said, no, I don't. Like I said, no way. I guess we just want to, again, thank everybody. Thanks to everybody who's come along and supported. The 61st, thank you for coming along and supporting. We appreciate it. We just wanted to make sure that Square gets to get back to some normality, and we appreciate everybody being here. Tomorrow night is pajama night. Please make sure you wear pajamas. Or something that looks like pajamas. Brian. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your indulgence. I know it's time off for your dancing, but we have to show our appreciation for the people who do all the work and still pay to come to the convention. Thank you all.